We got some major drama to discuss. I just witnessed the crash out of the day. So some podcasters from Long Beach called the Viral Way. They are really upset at some Mexican podcasters from Los Angeles due to comments these Mexican podcasters made about hip hop, black folks in hip hop, and Kendrick Lamar. They're really upset at this guy right here called Hater World. It's because during his podcast, Hater World stated that he believes that black people hold Hispanics back in hip hop, that black people only allow Hispanics to win in hip hop to an extent, and they don't fully embrace him. The conversation only got brought up because Hater World was interviewing a black guy who's from a Mexican gang. But on the West Coast in LA, if you are black or dark skinned, but you're from a Mexican gang, you're considered Hispanic. You're not black. Like, you are Hispanic. So the Hispanic guy was saying that he believes he would be much further if he was from a black gang, but because he's from a Mexican gang, that the black people in hip hop, they're limiting him, they're hating on him, they're not trying to give him certain opportunities, and Hater World agreed with him.
Name one time in hip hop where it was unity. Never. Not even with the greats. It's just like, it's just one of those games.
But like, as far as like the blacks too, like the brothers,
just everything.
There's
like,
a lot of unity right now with the blacks and
I was about to say, now, but they gotta, like, I don't know, like, I ain't even gonna say too much.
Oh man,
like, I was finna, you
question.
know, like, I feel like they shouldn't, like, put a limit to how far a homie should go.
That's what they're doing now.
Exactly.
Yeah, even though with who though?
I'm not gonna lie. You know who they? Okay.
You saying between the blacks and the Mexicans?
Yes.
Yeah, it seems like the blacks will let you win, but only up to where they want to.
To a certain extent. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's where I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
Kind of like a tattoo artist only shows you a few tricks and that's it.
The first question that came to my mind was, do blacks still have the power to gatekeep hip hop? Can black people say, yeah, you're not entering into the culture, you won't be successful? Dude, because I don't feel like black people still have the power to gatekeep. I feel like right now they can attempt to gatekeep, and there is a large percentage of black folks in hip hop who are attempting to gatekeep, who, if you are white or, you know, you're Hispanic, they will try to gatekeep you. But I do feel like the state of the culture is where it's at currently because there's been a lack of gatekeeping in hip hop. But do black people have the power to gatekeep? I don't think so. I don't think so, bruh. I feel like right now the consumers got all the power, bruh. And the overwhelming majority of hip hop fans aren't black, they're white. And if those fans say, yeah, we're gonna F with your music, we're gonna support you, then they're gonna support you. If the labels who aren't owned by black folks, if they say, yo, we're gonna push these dollars into you, they're gonna push these dollars into you, bro. I feel like right now, bro, hip hop has been commodified so much, bro, that black folks have no power in terms of who they can gatekeep in the culture or out the culture. It don't exist, you know? But I do feel like when you're speaking on a lower local level, when you're speaking as a street rapper, as an up-and-coming gangster rapper, and you have to deal with the street politics, I can understand how you feel. Yo, they got their boots on my neck, bro. I can't wiggle out of this.
Just like the homie Peso. Look, I ain't gonna lie, like, not even on no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't worrying about what the comments talking about. But look, the homie, he like lyrically hard. Like,
I agree.
You could put him against another black brother rapper.
Yeah.
And it's possible for this Hispanic rapper
to beat him,
to tear him apart. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's not fair. And this person that he tearing apart is a mainstream artist, and he, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not fair.
Yeah, but Peso here for longevity.
I started off understanding where they were trying to get to, but all their examples made no sense. Because the Peso example to me made no sense, and the example after this regarding Kendrick Lamar made no sense. Bro, Peso is the wrong example as to why black folks is gatekeeping. Peso would be who black folks use as an example for why they aren't gatekeeping. Yo, Peso has been embraced by almost every major black rapper in the city, including the biggest, Kendrick Lamar. Peso has been granted opportunities with black artists more than anybody else. Yo, there are other black artists in LA who hasn't been given more opportunities by other black artists than Peso. Peso is the little example as to, yo, we not gatekeeping, bro. We let Peso into everything that goes on into hip hop. Now, they would claim that Kendrick Lamar not performing certain songs at the Super Bowl is an example of black folks gatekeeping and not wanting Mexicans or Hispanics to ascend to certain heights, and that they're going out of their way to hold them at a certain level because they don't want them to win.
Though I think
Yeah, he is,
I
for
think
sure.
It don't matter right now because I think that 10, 15 years from now, he's still gonna be on.
Yeah, for sure. And Lefty too. They got Lefty. Fuck that crazy, scary, spooky. That shit catchy.
Yeah.
You see that little. You see the little mainstream people like they do the little TikToks and they just
it's
stop
everywhere.
it on that little. Like, come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them get it.
That went more viral than the actual record. That little piece.
Yeah, the little piece.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. So that's the. I don't know. They got the homie fucked up too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a strong word, unity. I always say that, you know. And I don't like to sound like I'm not hating. It's just the truth. There's never been really unity in any type of
Hey,
hip hop.
Kendrick perform AZ Chike verse word for word. Why what's up with, Lefty?
Left him out.
Peso.
Yeah. No, that's what I said too.
You know what I'm saying?
Even at the Super Bowl, they didn't bring.
What
him
about
out.
Peso?
And
What
they're
about
on the
Lefty?
record, yeah.
On the hood.
This is beyond entitled from my perspective. Kendrick Lamar put Peso and Lefty Gunplay on the rap album of the year, the highest selling, the biggest selling rap album of the year. Kendrick Lamar gave Peso and Lefty Gunplay their first platinum records. He did that for them. He reached somewhere he didn't have to reach. Listen, man, I don't see anybody else. I don't see Drake. I don't see anybody. I don't see Bad Bunny calling for Lefty Gunplay or Peso to be on their album. But Kendrick Lamar did. And the fact that he's now being criticized because he didn't bring them out to the Super Bowl, because he didn't rap their verses at the Super Bowl, that's entitlement, bro, and that's not right. Well, the Viral Way podcast, they heard this, and see, I'm diplomatic. They're not as diplomatic as me, okay? Because they went off, used colorful language, and super violated this opinion. And here's what they had to say.
There was this Mexican podcast.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
I forget the name of the podcast. But basically, they went out there on record to say that blacks are holding them back in hip hop.
Yeah, that was the
They
craziest shit I
said
heard.
blacks only let Hispanics get so successful in rap. Like, we are gatekeeping hip hop from Hispanic culture. What y'all think about this? This is crazy.
This some more bullshit to me.
Yeah.
But this is what is basically finding any reason to basically go against this. It's like I seen them bring up Kendrick and shit. And they brought up Kendrick and was basically mad that Kendrick didn't bring Lefty or somebody else to perform at one of the performances.
At the pop out and at the forum.
He put this man on this new album.
He only had 3 words: crazy,
Right.
spooky, and hilarious.
Gave him
bro.
an opportunity, gave him a big opportunity to be one of the biggest albums of the year.
Facts.
And to sit here and say, that's like me telling you, I'll give you the game, give you the sauce until you go spread your wings. And I'm trying to, like, I'm clipping your wings.
I don't feel like this opinion is divided across racial lines. I feel like if Hispanics see that, they will say, man, bro, like, y'all tripping, bro. Like, bro, Kendrick Lamar put y'all on the album, bro. Like, crying about not being at the Super Bowl is crazy. But where I disagree with the Viral Way podcast is, now I can understand they're probably upset and they're probably angry because they went from that to calling Hispanic rap suck. Well, not they, but the one dude in the middle with the beard, he says that Hispanic rap sucks. Now, that part I don't agree with, and I think he's a tad bit ignorant for that take.
I'm gonna just keep it G with you, bro. And I got Mexican homeboys, certain Mexican songs that do be knocking songs, but overall, bro, Mexican rap isn't that good. Like,
That's facts.
in general, it's just not that good. I mean, you had Lil Rob. I know you got Lefty Gunplay. You got Cypress Hills and what was the cat? He was with YG and them. Sad Boy Loco. Like, it's only a handful of them I can really name.
They so cool.
Yeah, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's only so much you can name. Like, they're not gonna excel in this culture.
They think they're supposed to be bigger than what they are. But it's
yeah.
like because they like the music. majority of the world ain't listening to it. It's like most of your fan base is coming from that. So
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
coming from it. And then on top of that, too, like they typically when they rapping about like the cholo style. You know what I'm saying? Like it's we don't relate to a lot of their music, and it's kind of just for them. So it's only gonna be limited of who's gonna bump their music. So
But what we're talking about is Mexicans in hip hop, meaning Mexicans who do hip hop music. I don't feel like their music suck, bro. All right. Now again, maybe you're saying, yo, there's a certain style of Hispanic music that I don't vibe too cool. But we're talking about Lefty Gunplay and Peso. They are rappers. They do hip hop music. They don't suck. Cardi B, who's a Latino or Mexican rapper, she's Latino or Latina, she don't suck. K Flock, he don't suck. All right, Mexican OT, he don't suck. So nah, bruh. Hispanics make great rap music from my perspective too, but I do feel like their original statement was entitlement. And I do feel like for the most part, Black folks are pretty open-handed. Black folks do indeed embrace a lot of different cultures in hip hop, but there is a portion or a section of Black folks who believe that hip hop should be gatekept, and maybe their voices are really loud. So y'all hear their voices first, or y'all hear the Twitter discourse or the YouTube discourse. But for the most part, bro, consumers, fans of hip hop, creators of hip hop, they're pretty open-handed. And if they're talking about the Mexicans on the West Coast or the Hispanics on the West Coast specifically, then that's not a Hispanic thing. That's a West Coast thing, because people will tell you the exact same critiques of LA County music or West Coast music, that it don't translate, that the sound, the beats, the style only fits the ears to West Coast people, that don't really translate outside of the West Coast. So it's the exact same critique for West Coast music all across the board, not Mexican or Hispanic, rappers specifically, right? Now, Mr. Viral will come back on screen. Now, he's the one that took things up a notch. He goes crazy.
to say that like we're gatekeeping or we're holding them back, we're the most welcome race. We allow anybody to come in hip hop and dissect and dilute the culture no matter what. You know what I'm saying? We accept everybody with open arms. So to say we're holding people back is crazy. Fuck. I just feel like that was just some controversy they needed to say.
they just saying
To even
shit.
really feel that way, it's like, what? If your shit trash or not.
Hey, check this out, cuz. Hip hop is our culture, period. If you a guest, shut the fuck up and enjoy being a guest. So whoever said that on that podcast, fuck them niggas, straight up.
Yeah,
Ain't no tap dancing, ain't no nothing. Fuck them, period. Get them out the culture. Stop covering our culture. Cover your mother culture if you feel that way. Cause you not holding yourself back, right? Your people not holding you back. So go do podcasts about your culture. Go do podcasts about Hispanic music. Go do Hispanic music where y'all not holding each other back. If this the way you feel. Because really that was just some undertone racist. Really you just said, this is what it is. You see Kendrick, number one, Jay-Z, Nas, then you looking up there like, damn, who's the Hispanic Jay? Who's the Hispanic Nas? Who's the Hispanic Pac? Oh, they got to be holding us back.
For the longest, the story of hip hop has always been told as Black and brown people found and discovered hip hop together. It's been as of lately with the Tariq Nasheed, I think it's like Mike Drop, the Tariq Nasheed documentary drop, where he essentially laid down the premise of, Black people founded hip hop by ourselves. Brown people had no input in the discovery and conception of hip hop. Hip hop is ours. So the narrative has been, spreading like pretty rapidly, which is, hip hop is Black culture. Anybody else, I don't care if you guys were here from the very beginning or you guys were here in proximity in the conception of hip hop. You guys are not from the culture. You guys did not create the culture or didn't help create the culture. Hip hop was created by only Black folks. Well, when the story has been told for so long that Black and brown people created hip hop together, and then let's say the last 5 years is now being told that Black folks did it by themselves, Hispanics are saying, hold on, bro. Is this an attempt to kick us out of the culture? Is this an attempt to kick us out of hip hop? Now, regardless of what side of the fence you fall on, right? Because listen, man, I don't know enough about the very beginning of the conception of hip hop for me to really make that determination. So again, I'm not saying that brown people helped. I'm not saying brown people didn't help. I'm saying if you were someone who fell on the side of brown people helped, and you lay claim to hip hop as your culture, and then the last 5 years you're being told it's not your culture, you're a guest, this is our stuff, it can somehow present itself as gatekeeping, and I can understand why someone would feel like they're being gatekept. But honestly, they're not being gatekept. Black folks don't have the power to gatekeep, bro. I'm just being real. Listen, bro, black folks don't own enough of hip hop to gatekeep. It's really that simple, bro. The people at the top, they are the ones who are able to taste make. They're the ones who like set the trends. They're the ones who put dollars into whatever they believe should pop. So I believe the fight should be with the label owners, not with black people, bro. Because black folks just listen to what we want to listen to.
These singers are trying to join nobody else's culture, nothing like that. So I don't understand what the hate is.
Why
Step
are we
your
even
level
your
up.
topic?
I just say step your level up. I don't just think like I don't know any good Mexican rappers that just make a nigga want to bump they shit like that.
Most of y'all is fucking trash. That's just what it is. I ain't saying it ain't no good Hispanic rappers, but the majority is garbage, nigga. The masses ain't listening to it. That's what it is. It's not niggas you back. You niggas is terrible.
But how would
Shout out to the good Hispanic rappers. Shout out to the Hispanics that fuck with the culture. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all. These bozos.
But how would we be holding somebody back in rap culture? Like, not the A&Rs, not the people who make the deals.
We don't even have that type of control. That's what I'm saying.
That's
They
what I'm
just
saying.
yeah.
So
That's
it's
what
like it's us holding y'all back. It's crazy work.
Messiah makes a great point. Messiah makes a brilliant point, bro. Black folk don't own enough of hip hop to blackball anybody, bro. Trust me. Black folks would have gatekept Eminem out the culture if they could. Bro, they couldn't stop it, bro. All right. Again, black folks ain't the majority consumers. Black folks don't spend the most money in hip hop, and they don't own enough like stock in hip hop, bro. Like the label owners are white. Majority of A&Rs are white. All right. The marketing guys are white. The platforms are owned by white. Bro, what do black folks own that they can gatekeep you out of? Nothing. All right. In terms of hip hop specifically. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think, man? Listen, we're probably going to disagree a lot, but let's keep the discourse friendly. Let's keep the discourse intellectual, man. But when we go into, the name calling in the comment section and, it's not necessary, right? Let's keep the discourse friendly. I really want to read your comments and respond back. So let me know in the comment section, what's your take on this, bro? Is black folks gatekeeping Hispanic rappers from the culture? Let me know. And if you're still watching this, man, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out why DJ Academics just crashed out on a member of the Joe Budden podcast. I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.